Hey guys, this is Dr. Scott Graves from TotalGutTransformation.com. The ketogenic diet has become one of the most popular fad diets in the world today. A ketogenic diet is one that severely restricts carbohydrates so that your body can take fat and your liver converts that fatty acid into what's called ketones to provide a source of fuel for your body instead of the carbohydrates that you normally consume. And the ketogenic diet has been associated with all kinds of positive benefits, and it's especially noteworthy to point out that the ketogenic diet has been very helpful with a lot of brain conditions like epilepsy, brain cancer, and other things of this nature. A lot of people have seen some pretty incredible benefits doing a ketogenic diet, and so I wanted to talk a little bit more about this and what I see about the ketogenic diet from a Chinese perspective. Here's my take on the ketogenic diet. I am not a huge fan of it. And we'll get into those reasons in just a moment, but the ketogenic diet has seen a massive increase in popularity specifically due to how people have vilified or made carbohydrates bad. And the reason for this is because the carbohydrates that most Americans consume in their diet today are actually very bad. We're talking about wheat and also refined sugar. Those contribute rampantly to disease and especially type 2 diabetes. But when you remove good carbohydrates from the diet, you're eventually going to see some imbalance. So good carbohydrates are fruits, vegetables, and tubers. And when we start to remove them, you eventually are going to start to see some imbalance going on, because some of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet are fruits, and I don't think that fruit should be vilified at all. Chinese medicine is about balance, and when you remove a macronutrient like carbohydrates from the diet, eventually you're going to start seeing imbalance. When you start looking at blue zones, which is a place where you find a concentration of people that live to be over 100 years old, and you also look at the last couple thousand years of Chinese medical history in terms of what people have consumed, you'll find that 65% or sometimes even more of the population was consuming good, clean carbohydrates. So vegetables, fruits, and of course your tubers, grains, and stuff like this. When you look at the ancient Chinese texts, they talked about not only having too many carbohydrates, but another thing that they talked about that produces what we call dampness in the body. And dampness is basically just this concept where if you have too much of certain kinds of foods, it contributes to things slowing down and stagnating in the body, and that creates disease and health problems. But one of the other things that really does contribute to dampness that they note in all of the ancient Chinese texts is eating too much fat. They called this rich foods in Chinese medicine. And so carbohydrates, bad ones, put a very excessive strain on the pancreas, whereas eating a lot of fat puts a lot of strain on the liver. And the liver of the average person in society today is so damaged to begin with because of all the heavy metals and heavy chemicals that are in the world and the widespread nutritional deficiencies that people have. So dumping on lots of fat, even if they're healthy kinds of fat from nuts and seeds and things like this, it's going to eventually burden the liver, and the liver is going to have to produce more bile in order to emulsify or deal with the fat they're consuming, and I have seen this cause major metabolic problems with people in the clinic. Have people seen benefits from doing the ketogenic diet? Absolutely, there is no question. When you cut out carbohydrates, especially all the bad ones, and you start adding in good sources of fat, you can definitely see some pretty significant shifts in the body. But I have noted a lot of cases in the clinic where if people's livers are really overburdened, they're just not going to be able to handle this. And it happens more frequently than you would think. So if you want to, do a good, clean ketogenic diet, but I don't think that this diet is sustainable. And that's why it's a diet, because diets are usually things that people stop and then start. So if you want to do it, give it a try. try. But in my professional opinion, I don't think that the ketogenic diet is sustainable. The most nutrient-dense, life-giving foods in the planet are arguably vegetables and fruits. And you don't want to cut fruits out of your diet for a long period of time because you're going to miss out on the benefits of having those in your diet. A lot of people in our world today vehemently defend the ketogenic diet because they've seen such tremendous results from that. And I say if you've seen tremendous results from it, that's fantastic. I've just talked about some of the red flags that I typically see in the clinic with people who've come in with the strain that that diet has put on them. So try to be flexible, be open, and if this is something that really benefited you, that's fantastic. It's just not something that I recommend long-term for people in the clinic. So I'm really passionate about helping people to heal their digestive system and their gut. And I've created a 3-part video series that's absolutely free that you can watch about how to heal your own digestive system. So if you're interested in that, go to totalguttransformation.com/free. And all you have to do is input your first name and your email address, and we will go ahead and send that out to you right away. If you've liked this video, please go ahead and like it and share it with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day.